Human beings are all gifted with insane talents, both physically and mentally. A person could be a sensational runner, a chess master, a talented musician or a gifted teacher. But human beings have been bestowed with supreme mental strengths. We just don't know that. Or if we do know, we allow something or someone to eat away at us, at our self-esteem, at our confidence. We aren't mentally strong. We want to be, but our own habits keep us from becoming the kind of people we look up to every day and just hope and wish and pray that we become like that one day. The secret to becoming mentally strong isn't just one habit, it's a lot of habits. I'll start by pointing out some of them. Mentally strong people don't waste time feeling hurt or sorry for them, or remember what other people did or said to them that one time. They don't feel burdened by their current circumstances, but instead take responsibility and stop wasting their precious time, and they realize and know that life is not always easy. Everyone once in their life experiences a great loss both personally and at work. But instead of allowing their emotions control over themselves, they bear their pain with patience and become emotionally stronger. If they would let their emotions take over, they would regret some of the decisions they take that would cost them a lot in the long run. They control their feelings. One of the most destructive things that mentally weak people do is comparing their life to others. Some of you might have children who could have gotten a bad grade at one time. You immediately point out that your friend's child has had the best grade in school and constantly compare his grades to your child's. This is extremely destructive, and this could cause your child to believe that he or she is a failure in life and make your child mentally weak. Mentally strong people don't let other people take control of them or allow them power over themselves. They know it is in their power to feel how they feel because they are in control of their emotions and nobody can make them feel bad. They have a choice in how they respond. You might not like your boss, but it's up to you how you respond to them. Saying my boss made me upset makes you lose all your power because it's up to you how you respond to them. Because you are in control of your life. They also don't try to avoid change. They welcome change willingly and understand and know that change is inescapable and believe in their power to adapt. They think of change as a challenge, and treating it without fear makes the change easy to adapt. Resistance is futile, so one can just. Mentally strong people believe in the power of gratitude. Even research shows that people who practice gratitude have happier and healthier lives. Start a gratitude journal. Studies show if you just write down 3 things that you're grateful for before you go to bed, you'll sleep better. Or, you could identify the small things that you're grateful for every day. This could be the biggest step of becoming mentally strong because you notice what things you have that matter to you rather than ponder and wish for the things that you don't have. Embrace your shortcomings, your weaknesses. It's impossible to be the best at everything. You will lose at some point in your life. Learn to live with your disadvantages. One unhealthy belief that mentally weak people have is about the world and how it works. We think if we put in enough hard work, we'll be successful. That is not how the world works. Thinking that success will fall at your feet is a misconception and will only lead to disappointment. I know it is really hard to give up our bad mental habits. But the more you keep them with you, the more damage and destruction they will do to you and your mental strength. I know that you have carried these bad habits with you for so long. But you can't bear not to lose these habits. Because there will come a time in your life, in everyone's life, where you will need every ounce and every inch of mental strength that you can conjure up. The definition of grit almost perfectly describes qualities every successful person possesses because mental toughness builds the foundations for long-term success. For example, successful people are great at delaying gratification. Successful people are great at withstanding temptation. Successful people are great at overcoming fear in order to do what they need to do. Of course, that doesn't mean they aren't scared, that does mean they're brave. Big difference. Successful people don't just prioritize. They consistently keep doing what they have decided is most important. All those qualities require mental strength and toughness, so it's no coincidence those are some of the qualities of remarkably successful people. The world is a terrible place, as most news outlets would report. Non-stop famine, war, sadness, and crime are reported from all around the globe. This barrage of negative vibes makes it hard to have a positive outlook on life, but strong people know better than to let bad events affect them. The world may be a bad place, but strong-willed individuals understand that getting caught up in these things won't magically transform all humans into peace-loving creatures. Instead of trying to change things they can't control, mentally strong people shift their focus on their individual pursuits instead of worrying about the world. The good news is, studies show that optimism is about 25% inheritable, and then there are other factors that affect our positivity. Anyone can learn to be optimistic. The trick is to find the purpose in work and life. When we work with purpose or live with purpose, we feel more fulfilled and better equipped to see the glass half full. The experiment to check if an unexpecting person is pessimistic or optimistic is decades old. However, it is still useful today. What happens is that anyone is given a glass half filled empty of water and asked how the glass is. If they say that it is half filled, they are an optimist. If they say that the glass is half empty, you can be sure that they are a pessimist. Actually, none of these terms are perfect. Instead, a realist is one that can be said to have the best mental fortitude. Self-reflection is an important exercise that can remind you of what you lack and what you did right each day. If one does it daily, at the end of each day, he or she will become more synergetic with his thoughts as they will actually know what they want, what they would like others to say, what they would like to do the very next day. Mentally being strong doesn't account for much when you aren't healthy. Being an unhealthy or picky eater chips away at your mental state, blocking any progress you made on the mental path. When you rage at others or see anyone else being harsh towards another person or even you, don't you feel remorse for the victim? You wish the one exhaling all the criticism would be a bit more gentle and more kind overall. That's exactly what your subconsciousness asks of you. Being kinder to yourself is a noteworthy thing. Many people are harsh towards themselves and then they become hard towards others. Think of yourself as a close friend and you'll find yourself becoming better in everything and that the mental scars you have are fading. Emotions are liable to be tangled in phrases like having butterflies in one's stomach or having a lump in their throat. They aren't willing to concede their fear that they are afraid. It's not easy to label your emotions, as people feel that they will be judged, but after labeling their emotions, what happens next is easy. You stop being disconnected to your feelings and can know how those same feelings influence your behavior. Being mentally strong isn't a status that stays with you for the rest of your life. It is like a car that requires tuning to keep it going. Similarly, one has to pay attention that their mental defenses can fall apart, and what strengthens it is time spent with loved ones. Those people will shower you with happiness, share your sadness and triumphs. They are critical to your remaining mentally strong. Giving up on bad habits gets rid of the guilt that strangles you every time you try to do it. Everyone has at least one bad habit, be it snapping at people when we are tired, sleeping in late, gaming or watching videos till late, etc. Not to mention how detrimental they are to your mental strength, as they feed off one's willpower. Addictions are the worst form of bad habits, as they intoxicate the mind into thinking that the person cannot live without the addiction. This in turn saps the person's self-confidence when the addiction is taken away from him, like alcohol or cigarettes. Seeing a therapist at the first notice is the right thing to do. Sometimes, there may be trauma that caused the person to soothe himself through the addiction. Don't let yourself spiral into the charade of taking on many things to change for making yourself mentally strong. Pick up one small change, observe if you can do it, and then start. Once it's successful, you can start another change. The accumulated changes will allow you to see yourself in a new light, along with comments from others. If you fail, don't be hard on yourself. Learn to give up for the time being. Start another change and come back to the failed change later when you're filled to the brim with self-confidence. Stress from failing in anything can harm one dreadfully, no matter how strong a person is mentally. Learn to open up to others, listen to their problems, and they will listen to yours. This confiding of problems will lift off the burden from your chest, allowing you to focus on other things. For becoming physically strong, one exercises tearing up their muscles to make them rebuild and become stronger. Mentally, we are the same way. Not saying that anyone should go out looking for breaking some of the muscles up his head, but just giving an opinion. An opinion that don't be afraid of the failures, as giving up means that you have a weak mental state. Endure it, and when similar things happen to you in the future, you will be numb to the pain and will know how to deal with them. Being mentally strong is a difficult thing. One has to endure countless errors on their part, and giving up bad habits is not easy. It's also not easy to change who you are. But at the end of the day, it's worth it. Always was, always will be. Learning to be distant from the cries of those who want to malign you, and learning to be close to your loved ones, are things that will make your life from now onwards easy. Let's hope that the advice that you received helps you on in the yours and later in life. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon so you never miss our videos. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching the video.